This is why your cat stretches the moment you walk through the door, and what it actually means about your relationship. Most people assume it's just a post-nap habit, something cats do to loosen up after sleeping all day. But that assumption misses the point entirely. That stretch is one of the most overlooked trust signals in feline behavior, and once you understand it, you'll start noticing a whole language your cat has been speaking this entire time. 9 cat behaviors reveal exactly how your cat feels about you. And we're starting with the one that probably happened the last time you came home. That full body extension your cat does when they see you, paws out, spine curved, maybe rolling onto their side, looks like they're just working out the kinks. What's actually happening goes much deeper. Dr. M. Leanne Lilly, a board-certified veterinary behaviorist at Ohio State University, describes stretching as what's called a displacement behavior, which is a way cats soothe themselves during moments of emotional significance. Cat behaviorist Christina Wilson adds that it can communicate happiness or serve as an invitation to play. Here's the part that matters most. When a cat stretches in front of you with their belly or spine exposed, they're putting themselves in a position where they can't defend themselves. For an animal that evolved as both predator and prey, showing their soft underbelly to another creature carries real weight. Certified feline behavior expert Marcy Koski puts it simply: the exposed belly is a sign of comfort and trust. Your cat is telling you they feel safe enough to let their guard down. That kind of trust gets earned over time. And this is where it gets interesting, because there's a detail hidden in that stretch that changes everything about what it means. Watch their eyes. Researchers at the University of Sussex published a 2020 study in Scientific Reports that proved something cat owners had suspected for years. The slow blink, where cats narrow their eyes or close them partially, functions as a genuine communication signal. Cats in the study produced more eye-narrowing movements when humans slow blinked at them first, and they approached unfamiliar humans who slow blinked more readily than those who didn't. Professor Karen McComb, who led the research, called it exciting to finally have evidence for something owners had long believed. When your cat stretches toward you and holds your gaze even briefly, that's not just physical movement. That's an emotional check-in, a way of seeing whether you notice them, whether you'll acknowledge their silent hello. Try responding with a slow blink next time, because according to the research, it actually works. Stretching isn't the only way cats show trust, and sometimes they do something that feels almost rude. A cat that turns their back to you and just sits there can seem dismissive at first glance. Feline vocabulary says the opposite. Marcy Koski explains that a cat facing away from you isn't necessarily disinterested, and that letting their guard down around you can signal comfort. The evolutionary logic makes sense when you think about it. Cats face the greatest danger when they can't see what's coming, which means presenting their unprotected back to you communicates that they don't see you as a threat. You've made it into their safe inner circle. Jackson Galaxy, the celebrity cat behaviorist, extends this principle to eye contact, pointing out that a cat will never close its eyes around a predator or someone they don't trust. That cat settling in beside you with their back turned deserves a different interpretation than rejection. Take it as a compliment they didn't need to verbalize. Now for a behavior that puzzles almost every cat owner at some point: the bathroom following. Wild theories about cats being secret guardians of bathroom rituals have spread across the internet, but certified cat behaviorist Michelle Nagelschneider offers a simpler explanation rooted in feline instincts and psychology. Cats feel most comfortable approaching us when we're stationary and not moving, because a sitting or lying down posture signals openness to interaction from an evolutionary standpoint. No sudden moves, no threat. Dr. Maggie Placer of the Every Cat Health Foundation sees another angle entirely. The natural enemy of cats, she says, is closed doors, and they want to be there for all of it. Smells, toilet paper, possibly the contents of a trash can. Bathrooms contain interesting stimuli that appeal to feline curiosity. But here's the thing that sits underneath all of this. A 2019 study by Kristen Vitale at Oregon State University found that 64.3% of cats display what researchers call secure attachment to their owners, which is comparable to the attachment rates seen in dogs and human infants. Vitale concluded that the majority of cats use their owners as a source of security in unfamiliar environments. Your cat following you around the house reflects attachment, not just curiosity. If you're learning something new about your cat, consider subscribing so we can make more videos like this one. Here's a behavior that really throws people off: foot licking. The sensation is weird and ticklish, and it feels like something a dog would do. But when your cat licks your feet, hands, or hair, they're engaging in allogrooming. That's the scientific term for social grooming, and in the feline world, it's how colony members strengthen their bonds with each other. Dr. John Bradshaw, director of the Anthrozoology Institute at the University of Bristol and author of Cat Sense, points out that grooming behaviors have obvious parallels in how pet cats behave toward their owners, including rubbing on legs and attempting to lick hands. A 1998 study found that allogrooming in cats primarily targets the head and neck area, but feet work because they're accessible and saturated with your scent. 200 million scent receptors fill a cat's nose compared to our 5 or 6 million, which makes their sense of smell roughly 14 times more sensitive than ours. Your feet carry concentrated information about where you've been and what you've been doing, and when your cat licks them, they're reading your story while leaving their own mark behind. Scent explains another behavior that confuses owners. The pillow and laundry obsession? Your cat's sleeping on your dirty clothes or claiming your pillow isn't random, and it has nothing to do with softness. Dr. Mikel Delgado, a certified applied animal behaviorist, explains that we are part of their social group, and sleeping close to us is one way they show that. The pillow makes perfect sense from a cat's perspective because it carries your concentrated scent from hair and skin. Pam Johnson-Bennett, a pioneer in feline behavior consulting, describes how bonded cats in colonies create a group scent through grooming and rubbing. When your cat sleeps on your belongings, they're mixing scents and claiming you as part of their colony. A 2021 Oregon State study tested whether owner scent alone could comfort stressed cats. And while owner presence worked better, cats clearly recognized and responded to familiar human scent. Research from Tokyo University of Agriculture in 2025 confirmed that cats can distinguish their owner's scent from a stranger's. Where your cat sleeps matters just as much as what they sleep on. Cats that choose to sleep on or near their owners are making a statement about trust. Vicki Jo Harrison, president of the International Cat Association, explains that a cat sleeping with you means they trust you and feel secure with you by their side. Sleep leaves cats at their greatest vulnerability, which means choosing to rest near you signals acceptance as a protective colony member. Research shows that 62% of cats sleep with their adult owners, and in over half of cases, the owner's bed ranks as the cat's favorite sleeping spot. Position carries meaning too. Dr. Wailani Sung, a veterinary behaviorist, notes that cats sleeping on your head demonstrate trust since that's when they're most vulnerable to predators. Warmth draws them there as well, since the head is often the only body part not covered by blankets. One warning worth mentioning: sudden changes in sleeping habits, especially avoiding contact or sleeping in unusual positions, can indicate pain or illness. Veterinarian Dr. Jacqueline Brister advises that cats experiencing discomfort may sleep hunched or positioned to avoid pressure on certain areas. The head tilt doesn't get talked about enough, and it's worth a quick look. Cats don't tilt their heads often compared to dogs, which makes it noticeable when they do. Dr. Julia Myers-Manor, an animal cognition researcher, explains that head tilting changes the angle of the ears and allows sound to reach one ear faster than the other. The behavior serves auditory localization. Research has shown that cats can localize sounds within 5 degrees of accuracy, and when your cat tilts their head at you, they're focusing intently on what they're hearing, often the tone of your voice. One caution applies here. Persistent head tilts typically signal a medical issue like ear infections or vestibular disease. Occasional brief tilts while listening fall within normal range, but constant tilting warrants a vet visit. The last behavior on this list gets the most dramatic interpretation of all: gift giving, which usually means dead animals or toys deposited at your feet. The popular idea that cats bring you prey as a thank you present doesn't hold up to research. Dr. John Bradshaw addresses this directly, saying he doesn't believe the cat is giving you a present. What's happening, he explains, is that the cat brings prey back to the place it feels safest before deciding whether to eat it. And in most cases, they don't eat it at all. Cats may not even remember why they killed it in the first place. The teaching hypothesis fits the evidence better. Dr. Catherine Hoopt, professor of animal behavior at Cornell University, explains that mother cats do exactly this for their kittens, and that your cat is trying to teach you to hunt. Mother cats begin bringing prey to kittens around 4 weeks of age. Spayed female cats, unable to have kittens of their own, become the most likely gift givers because their humans serve as the next best students. Indoor cats redirect this instinct toward toys. When they drop a mouse toy at your feet and look up at you, the same hunting behavior drives the action. What looks like gratitude is actually instinct redirected toward the creature they've adopted into their colony. That's the thread connecting all of these behaviors together. Cats communicate using an ancient vocabulary developed for colony living, and they've expanded that vocabulary to include you. Dr. John Bradshaw summarizes it well. Cats use bits of behavior already in their repertoire to communicate with us. They're not speaking human, they're speaking cat, and trusting that you'll understand. The Oregon State research proving that over 64% of cats display secure attachment to their owners changed how scientists view the cat-human bond entirely. Your cat isn't tolerating you for food. They've genuinely incorporated you into their social world. The next time your cat stretches when you walk through the door, pay attention. They're saying something, and now you know how to listen. If this helped you understand your cat better, drop a comment and let us know. What behavior does your cat do that you've always wondered about? Subscribe if you want more videos breaking down what's really going on in your cat's head, and we'll see you in the next one.